Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. You're watching my fall card series for 2022. I will be using this stamp set from Pink in Maine. This is new this year, and it is called Cocoa for You. So it's super cute, fall themed mugs. And there was a Christmas set last year as well, which I did not get to use, but I did go ahead and pick up. So hopefully I will use that this year. I'm going to create a slimline card because I could not pick which one I wanted to use. So I'm going to use all 4 cups in today's card and create a slimline card and a fun fall themed mug card. So I'm just lining them up here in the stamping platform on my card base. And I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo black ink to ink these super cute cups up. I'll have to explore this stamp set next year and maybe create with 1 or 2 and see how we can create different cards with it. So stamping it out a few times, making sure I get all of the details, and then I'm going to go ahead and color these images with Spectrum Noir markers. And I love the sentiments in this set. You get such a variety, and I will read them for you when we are coloring and chit chat. Well, we get this card done. Stay tuned till the end to see how this card turns out. It's super simple, and I really like how it turned out. So the sentiments in this set are: I love you more than pumpkin spice, and that's a latte. Warm and cozy wishes. Warm autumn blessings. Happy fall. I'm cocoa for you. To perk you up. And then it comes with a sunflower, a pumpkin, some leaves, an acorn, and some steam for your coffee cups if you want to add that in. So yes, I will also be linking to all of the supplies that I use in today's card down below in the description box if you are curious and want a close-up. I don't know if you've noticed, but I always link to Spectrum Noir markers in general because their color palettes are all over the place in different sets. So for me to link to every color within their set just gets so complicated. But if you are curious about Spectrum Noir markers, I got started by just purchasing the smaller sets. I forget how many are in a pack, but it's like just the blues, just the reds, just the purples, just the pinks. And that's a great way to start building your collection. When I picked them up, I actually got them cheaper at HomeSense or Winners in Canada, and it was a great way for me to build my collection faster, but also it was cheaper for me to get a bunch of colors than it was for me to keep purchasing the Copics, and I've really grown to love these Spectrum Noir markers. So once you have those color palettes, those simple like blues and the greens and reds and those smaller packs, you can start to build on it. Oh, I want the darks, I want the lights. They have florals, and I just picked up these skin tones. So yeah, it's a nice way to slowly build up your collection, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Spectrum Noir. And they are refillable, though I find that the refills are harder to find. But I haven't had to refill a lot of them, and sometimes it's just even easier to just buy another marker set because they are on the cheaper side from the Copics. So that is just my Spectrum Noir advice and how I've gone about it, and yes. So let me know down below in the comments. This is the last fall card in my fall card series. Then we will be diving into Christmas. I have a few home decor projects filmed for you that are Christmas themed and 1 card. I just need to do some editing and some voiceovers and then start creating more cards. I have a lot of ideas that I want to share with you. So let me know down below in the comments, when do you start your Christmas card making? Do you start about now? Have you already started? Or do you make Christmas cards all through the year? I would love to make Christmas cards all throughout the year, but sometimes I'm not in the mood, or I'm having to make birthday cards or thank you cards or different themed cards. So I feel like I just don't have time to do it throughout the whole year. But let me know how you craft for the holidays. Yes. So I'm excited to bring you holiday inspiration and motivate you in your seasonal crafting very, very soon. And so if you are not subscribed yet, I would love it if you would subscribe so that you will know and you can come back for that Christmas motivation and inspiration. And make sure you have the bell notification turned on, because then you'll know when the Christmas card series is coming. You will get a notification and you will be ready to go. Alright, so now I'm just going ahead and doing the sentiment. I'm going to stamp it out using the Simon Hurley stamping platform and Memento Tuxedo black ink again. I could have put this back into my stamping platform, but chose to just use the acrylic block. And they didn't stamp perfectly the first time. Sometimes with your newer sets, you're going to need to warm it up a little bit. It might not stamp perfectly. There is some tips and tricks for this that I've heard that I have not tried, but I was okay with it. I am just going to go back in with the Ranger Emboss It pen to emboss this, give it a little shine, make it stand out a little more. You could also just go over this with a black pen if you wanted just a flat look, but I wanted to go with the embossing. So just outlining this again very carefully, and then I'll get out that embossing powder and melt it and keep going with this card. We are almost finished. We are almost finished this card and the fall card series until next year. Do you make fall themed cards, or do you skip right to the holidays, right to Christmas? I really like to give you this series because it's different and it gives you that inspiration, especially if you're not into Christmas right away, you want to wait. This series is definitely for you. Alright, so there is the embossing powder on there, and I'm going to go ahead and heat set that, melt it all up, and get it all shiny and raised and fun. And then moving on to the final touches. I didn't know where to go with this card at first. How do I finish this off? I wanted it to be simple. I didn't want to add too much. I loved the focal point of the colors. So at first I'm going to pull out some pops of color from scrapbook.com, and at first I pulled out the black, but it's a little clogged up, and this is the first time I've had trouble with this, so I have to go back and fix it. If you have any tips and tricks to unclog the pops of color effectively, let me know in the comments below. I haven't had any trouble with it until this card, and with the black only, so I'm sure it's an easy fix. It's still in there. It's not frozen or anything. Yes, maybe it needs a refill. I don't know. I use the black quite a lot. But yeah, tips and tricks for unclogging the pops of color, if you use them, would be great. So I'm going in with the orange squeeze and creating some dots, and I still struggle with this black. I'm determined to make it work, but in the end I wanted to get this card done and I wanted to complete my fall card series. So I put it off to the side and I go ahead and I fix this with the Kelly Green pops of color, and I'm just going to go over those black dots, and you won't even know that there was black dots underneath. And then once that is all done, I'm going to flick it to make these dots a little bit flatter, and I feel like I should have done this in stages because you're going to see one of my dots splatters a little bit. And if you did this in stages, like one section at a time, that's not going to happen as easily, but it is okay. I come in with a Kleenex, I wipe it away, and honestly, you don't really notice it too much. There's always a way to fix your little tiny mistakes. So this is going to finish up the card. I really like how it turned out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure you have those notifications on so you know when my Christmas card series starts and when I upload again. Bye for now.